Hey there, friends. The other day, a friend of mine asked me, he said, hey, what is your best, most memorable musical experience of the last 30 plus years? And I think he was pretty surprised when I told him, and I don't think I've told anybody this before. I said, when I was 16 years old, I was living at my grandparents' house because my father and I used to fight all the time. And my grandfather was a musician. He was actually quite accomplished musician, but he gave it up to support his family because he was the oldest of 9 kids. And anyway, I was staying there. They'd go to bed early. They were older at the time. And I was a precocious 16-year-old. And I'd be downstairs listening to records and trying to figure them out or just listen to them and enjoy them. And, it wasn't my grandfather's music. He used to listen to classical and try to teach me a few things, which he did. But this one night, I had the Beatles' And I Love Her on. And I thought they were asleep already, and I'm working it out, and I pick it up, and I pick up my guitar, and I'm like, oh, let me figure this out. And anyway, long story short, after a little while, I had ba-do-do-dum, gang, 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 ba-do-do-do. I had that all worked out, and I heard my grandfather whisper to my grandmother. He said, hey, Nan, listen, he figured it out. And I could hear the pride. I mean, it makes my eyes well. I could hear the pride in his voice, and it made me want to be a musician and continue the dream that he couldn't. So that is my most memorable moment of my entire career before my career even started. So not all the tours, not all the recording sessions, not all the wonderful people I've met, not all the amazing relationships I've made in this business, which is all true. It was that moment when I was 16 years old, knowing that my grandfather was moved and touched and had this welling sense of pride inside of him. And I was like, I'm good. So, to all of you out there, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the struggle. Enjoy the pain, because that's the beauty of what we do. We are not rewarded like other occupations, right? Like you go get a degree, you have a pretty good chance of getting a job in that field, ideally, or you apprentice for a long time and you have, a job as a carpenter or a mason or whatever. That's not what we do, right? And it's very different now than it ever was. Enjoy the struggle, enjoy the pain, enjoy the journey, and turn that into art.